We're back to short track racing here in the Gatorade Cup Series as we head to Richmond for the Target 400. We're under the lights, so there's going to be some tempers here at Richmond. On the pole is the one of Diego Yepes trying to turn his season around. Two is outside the 48 of Isaac Nichols. Then third you have Louis Jactavo. Fourth is Nathan Stapleton. Running out the top five, Steve Larker. In sixth you have Stephen Baker. Seventh is Tyler Fink. Sebastian Kuklon in eighth. Then ninth you have Justin Zeidel, and Dale Lightning rounds out the top 10. The rest of the field with John Gambit and Riley Sampson. They have Alexander Rowe and Jake West. Jonathan Rains in second in points, TJ Hanley. Then there's Johnny Gardner and Jonathan Beeford. Derek Bouchard and Luke Rainey. They have James Dablito and Benny Watson. Jay Jefferson and Danny Lloyd. Then there's Steve Morgan and Trey Rainey. Eli Bright and Code Luigi. They have Taylor Ryan Price and Steven Taylor. Joe Jefferson and Colton Yo. Then there's Jake Galloway and Mac Johnson. Derek Hamill and Patrick Smith. They have Jeff Bright and Griffin Lynn. Jack Marshall and points leader Max Anderson starting 39th. Carson Bowers 41st. Carter Friesen in the 42nd in final position to start the Target 400. Let's get going with the starting command.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
All right, boys, pace and rhythm all day today. Driver's compartment, crew chief, pit crew. Pace and rhythm all day, that's all we need.
In the field, 42 cars ready to take on this short track in Virginia. 3/4 mile track, 60 laps around each time. Yepes and Nichols share the front row. To the restarts on they come. We're racing here at Richmond. Green flag in the Target 400. Octavo pulls the gap to lead lap 1 from the third starting position. Yepes falls back from the pole to third, now battling with Tyler Fink back to fourth. Octavo leads. He led the points for a little bit, fell back with a few bad races, still in the top 10 points, looking for his first win this season. His teammate TJ Henley has 2 wins this season. They're both doing pretty well in the points right now. As here comes Larker to the inside for that lead, though, side by side with Octavo into turn 1. And up the track they both go. 75 way up the track, higher than the 83. Fink with a big run down the backstretch for the race lead, off into turn number 3 as Zeidel behind him, along with John Gambit. Gambit was about maybe half a lap from winning the last race. Now he's looking 3 wide. Off into turn 1, Zeidel does clear John Gambit. Here comes that 77 right back to the bottom. 3 wide behind for third. Fink falls back. Gambit still trying to get beneath Zeidel. The 20 shuts the door down low. And Gambit raced off the corner. Single file back for third is the first battle. Octavo side by side with Larker who's up top. Fink back to 5th. Rains trying to hold off Gardner for 6th. Yellow's out. Caution number 1. And it's for a crash on the front stretch. It looks like Lynn wanted them to go around. Here comes the field. John Gambit did a slide job there. He leaps back to the caution flag. Hopefully they get slowed down here in time. Gambit spins to not hit anyone, but he does get damaged. He has to go get caught up now. There's Taylor going to try and get his lap back. Mayhem here at Richmond. As the field going to be coming down parallel, so Gambit just lost all those positions because of that. Nick's right there. He's going to be back there. He's going to have damage now that he wants to repair. Gardner in the 43 staying out on the racetrack. I don't know if he wanted to, but yeah, some cars are staying out here. So pit strategy here early on. With our first caution of the day, some cars elect to stay out on the racetrack. Others decide to come down parallel early here and maybe get some tires, maybe just get fuel in the car. Looks like Zeidel's just putting some Sunoco Racing fuel in the car he's already leaving. There's Watson, he decides to stay out. Lloyd decides to stay out in the 19. Zeidel leads us off pits. But some of these drivers that stayed out, they're not going to be ahead because they got slowed up by the caution flag. So leading us off the pits was Justin Zeidel. He'll be the first car off of pit road. He'll be in front of some of these drivers. The car that will be the race leader is going to be the 43 Johnny Gardner. He's staying on the racetrack. But now we'll see how the caution was caused. Griffin Lynn one of them to go around on the front stretch. 31 Steven Taylor Code Luigi in the 42. Taylor overdrives the corner big time, gets up into the 42. They hook together, around they go, hard to the outside wall for both of them. 31 spins around, 42 bounces off, keeps it going straight. Then Joe Jefferson spins around, trying to avoid it. Here come some others into it. Some hit the brakes. You see Wes right there hitting the brakes and getting by that 31. But I believe Joe Jefferson got some rear end damage after bouncing off the wall, and Griffin Lynn spun through the grass. So these drivers just trying to miss what happened there. See Jefferson right there going around. There's the 7 going through the grass and then taking a hard right and then just spinning it out, and Jefferson gets damage right there. So the 4 wants some rear end damage. The rest of these guys good to go, but Taylor definitely got some of the most damage and all that. So racing back, Gambit pulls a slide job. Zidell gets into him. Obviously some frustration there. And then Gambit spins out trying to make sure he doesn't hit anyone. Zidell then inherits the lead. Comes to pit road in front, but then some stay on the racetrack. Gardner, the first to stay out. He'll lead us to the green flag, but he has less fuel than the cars behind him. 50 laps to go when you take the green flag. The only driver from that crash that really had an issue, Steven Taylor's a lap down in 42nd. 41 cars on the lead lap. Johnny Gardner stays out. Zidell, the first to come off of pit road, will restart 12th with some more fuels than these guys up front. Gardner steps on the gas. We're back racing here in the Target 400. Dale Lightning in second, also stayed on the racetrack. Stephen Baker in third stayed out. You go back to Justin Zidell, the first car to come down pit road. Battle for the race lead. Lightning down low and gets by off into turn number 3. Dale Lightning in the 51 out front. Here comes Stephen Baker in the 96 down low. So they come off of 4. Baker leads the lap. They got a big run there. He clears Lightning off into turn 1. Now is that 51 of a crossover. Gardner looking low in the 43. Here he comes to the bottom of Lightning for second. That 20 car not making much progress right there. Just kind of stuck. Maybe just waiting. Gardner slides up. Gets into the Lightning. Around they go into the outside wall. Max Harrison spins to avoid it. There's Octavo. Danny Lloyd. Some of the others come in. Some of them that were kind of held back there. Caution out as your leaders wreck. Stephen Baker leads us back. Now he's coming down pit road. Remember, these are the drivers that stayed out. See, Zidell's going to stay on the racetrack. Or is he? Looks like he is. Bowers maybe coming down. He's a little bit lower. So then the cars that came down pit road, they'll be coming in. Or the cars that came down, they'll be staying out. The cars that didn't, they're coming to the pits. See Max Harrison with damage there, your points leader. As he spun to avoid it, he obviously got some damage afterwards. So how did this happen? Gardner, the first to go around, he may have just slid up into Dale Lightning. I honestly can't really tell what happened here. It looked like Gardner had the car down low, and it went up right there, but it looked like he just maybe... I can't really explain what happened there, but see, cars going low to avoid it, and then Max Harrison spins right here, I think, to try and avoid it. Oh, and his teammate Colton Yo got into him. Then some other cars come flying by in the bottom lane. There's Lloyd, and then Octavo got into the wall back there. Samson, the 18, goes around. There's Nichols flying by. Hamill gets some damage right there. Kukulon gets hit by John Gambit. There's Octavo driving to the caution flag, and some of the others that came in. Yeah, I can't really tell what happened with the 43 there. It looked like he was good, and then it kind of just went straight on him right here. Can't tell if maybe a tire went soft there or something. See right there, Max Harrison really just got destroyed by his teammate Colton Yo, but nothing really Yo could do there. The 47 just came across him, and I'm sure he tried to miss him as much as he could have, but really hard to do there when you see the 47 right here. Just comes right down. Yo really can't let off the gas, and that damaged the 37 a lot more than I think it damaged the 47. So there he spins. Bowers does a great job going through the grass and missing it, but tough break for your points there. Max Harrison with an onboard camera involved big time in caution number 2. Saw Jay Jefferson doing a great job getting by this crash. He was one of them that came down pit road. He has our helmet cam for this race. We'll see what Jay Jefferson saw from his helmet, from his visor. So you hear the crash, you see smoke. You just want to get low. You can see that happening right there, and he sees a hole. Kind of slows it there, make sure everything's fine. He does a great job. Jay Jefferson still in contention for this thing as some of the others come down pit road now. I think he'll be second on the restart. So all the cars that didn't come down, they come down this time. Zidell inherits the race lead now, coming down pit road last time, and Zidell leads back to the green flag. We will be coming back green here in lap number 18. Justin Zidell stayed out. He'll inherit the race lead. Colton Yo is out from that crash. Jake Galloway in the 11 is a lap down along with Steven Taylor in the 31. So Galloway right now third on the track, but he is 1 lap down. He's trying to get that lap back though. Justin Zeidel, he's out front. Jay Jefferson is second. Then third, Jonathan Rains. Nathan Stapleton fourth. And Yepes Repulsor in fifth. They have Stablione in sixth with some damage. Larker seventh. Alexandro eighth. Nichols ninth. And Sampson also has some damage in the 10th position. Go back here and see the cars that came down pit road. Like the 7, the 96, 19. So it seems like pitting that first time there actually got you some positions here. But we'll see how those drivers that pitted last caution do now. Green flag back out for Justin Zeidel. We're back racing. Jay Jefferson second. He's won here at Richmond before, but now in the Gatorade Cup Series, he won the Target Series back. What was it, season number 3? I think it was. Galloway, the lap car to the inside Jefferson. That 78 looks a little bit slower there. He's kind of holding back that 11 and the rest of the field. Contact there. Lap car Galloway down low just wants to get that lap back from his teammate Zeidel. And he's forcing that 70 out of the way. Jefferson looks a little bit slower, I think. I just think cars are going to buy him a lot faster. It looks like he just doesn't have the power down the straightaways. Galloway really wants to get out front in case a caution comes out. Zeidel goes up the racetrack. Here comes Galloway digging hard on the bottom lane. He wants this lap badly. Don't want to be a lap down later in the race. Galloway knows that. To the bottom of Zeidel he goes. He has a lap back now. He needs a caution basically this lap. They're 3 wide back there. There could be a caution if they wreck. Meanwhile, Jonathan Rains actually has the race lead. Here comes Stapleton. Cars into the wall. Look like John Gammon and Riley Sampson. We stay green. They hit the turns 3 and 4 while hard, but they did not go around. No reason to throw yellow there. Zeidel back to the inside for the race lead. Stapleton had it. Zeidel back to the bomb. He's your new race leader again. He's trying to put his teammate 1 lap down. Look at the racing off of 4. Here comes Larker to the inside. Side by side with that 20 off into turn 1. 3 wide for third. Yepes making his way forward. Forces the 4 and the 27 at the track. And now Larker's going to try and put that 11 car 1 lap down. Galloway had that lap back for a few laps. Larker comes up. He gets into Galloway. Who gets him? Yepes. And Alexandro moves through to second. Looking for the race lead into turn number 1. To the inside of that 75. Now off of 2 to the inside. Yepes does hold third after making that contact. But Rowe is out front. Last race, we were trying to get 2 in a row. But here comes Yepes. Galloway again, trying to force a hole and making some contact with your leaders. Yepes leads. Your Pulsar back out front. Stapleton going for second. Jake West for third. 3 wide. Larker in the middle. Alexandro up top. They back that out. Jay Jefferson back up in contention now. That car looks a little bit better than it did. Galloway gets some contact with some leaders. This time with Isaac Nichols in the 48. Look at Jefferson looking low on West. Now on Stapleton to second for the 78 car. Some more cars trying to run down this front few. Yepes doing a great job out front. Some contact there. Stapleton and Larker. 2 cars pull away. Yepes leads Jefferson in second. Then third is Larker. Fourth, Alexander Rowe. Nichols now fifth. Stablio to sixth. Eli Bright is on the inside lane and charging in the 88 car. I don't know where he's come from, but he's doing wonders right there on the racetrack. See what Jay Jefferson can do right here, trying to run down Yepes. Still trying to get out front. Yepes up the track. Once again, Jefferson closing in off of 2. This time with a run down the back. Top in turn 3, but Larker takes it to the inside first. And Alexander Rowe coming to fill that hole. Nichols coming up. Now Larker to the inside for the race lead off into turn 1. Side by side with Yepes. Advantage 75. Larker is out front now. Rowe to second. Nichols for third in the 48 car. 2 guys that started on the front row. Right now third and fourth and they're side by side. Yellow's out. Racing back to the stripe. Larker leads us back in the 75 car. Wreck off of 2 and they're wrecking again. Hanley second in points with Dale Lightning. Hanley's day is done along with the Lightnings. And they're stopped here. Larker makes some contact and they're stacking them up. And cars are compiling in and Taylor has to get going here. Look at the damage to these cars. Sampson with the 18. Wow. I think that's all I can really say about what just happened there off of 2. That really kind of just screwed a lot of drivers' days because that 31 was just sideways in the track. And Larker, I think, I thought he was coming down pit road there with the damage, but it looks like he's trying to get back up there. But some of the drivers on the outside have some damage. I think that's Reigns coming down pit road. He was one of your top 10. But now he has a ton of damage to that. Yeah, look at the 4. He's done, I think. So many cars with rear end and front end damage from that because they all got Look at the damage to some of these drivers back here because of what happened off of turn number 2. That is insane. Larker leads us back. Let's see how the caution was caused. Second in points, TJ Hanley is done for the night. 3 wide, battling inside the top 20. TJ Hanley down low, Bowers in the middle, and Lynn up top. And it looks like TJ just kind of comes off the bomb and gets up into the 6th and into the 7th. They go into the wall hard. The 23 and the 7, especially the 6 kind of bounced off the 23 there, but I think he gets it going straight again. But now the real issue is Lightning's going to come in here and hit the 23 after he's already gotten going. The caution's out at this point. Cars have gone by in the bomb lane. Hanley's smoking up top. You think if you're Lightning, just go down low and see here. Luke Rainey gets by easily. Oh, the 23 kind of car across the track there, and Dale Lightning just ran right into the back of him. Now this is where it gets issues. Steven Taylor stops along with the 43. And Taylor, I think, stalls it right here. I think right there he stalls the car. Here come your leaders into it, and this is where it gets ugly. Larker's coming on the top side. He sees that, he hits the brakes. Some of the others don't get this memo, though. And look at the stack that they have. The 4, the 88, the 27. There's the 13 getting hit. The 77, the 15. I mean, look at the line. Look how long this line is. And they're all just making contact harder and harder and harder each time they come into it. Because the 31 is stopped. You can see him right there. He's still stopped sideways in the middle of the racetrack. That's obviously a huge mistake out of Taylor. You have to know, like, if you're getting stopped, make sure you don't stall the car. Because with how short this Richmond racetrack is, you're going to have cars coming at some point. Second in points, Hanley thought he was going to gain points on points leader Max Anderson after Anderson had some heavy damage, but now Hanley's going to lose points to him, so he's out of the race, and Max Anderson's still racing on. Granted, he's going to be at the back of the pack, but Hanley is done. Right there, he was done already, and it's just insult to injury as Dale Lightning runs into the back of him right there. And insult to injury to your race leaders, Taylor sideways on the track. And that's where Larker gets his damage. However, he stays on the racetrack. He thinks he can deal with that damage out front. Larker will lead us back to the green flag, but he does have some damage to that 75 car. Well, we have a lot of retirees as we go back around that number 34. It's not from that crash because of the stack up afterward. So Lightning and Hanley and Bowers are out from that crash. Derek Hamill, Jonathan Buford, Luke Rainey, Sebastian Kukulon, Derek Bouchard, Riley Sampson, Steve Morgan, and Jonathan Reigns are out because of the stack up that happened, because of the damage that occurred. That's insane to me. And Taylor is 3 laps down, still out there. If I'm some of those drivers, I'm pretty mad at that 31 driver just because of what happened there. I don't know how he stalled the car like that, but we're on racing. Larker leading Rowe, Nichols, Yepez, and Stabolito. Up the racetrack goes to 75. Rowe digging hard in the bottom lane. Nichols looks to make it 3 wide off of 2. Couldn't get that done. And a lot of these cars have damage, so we'll see how that impacts the Yepez. The rear end's buckled up, but still driving hard. Nichols side by side with Rowe as they cross the stripe. 25 laps to go next time by. Nichols leads. Yepez for second with a mangled rear end. Oh! Stapleton spun into the inside wall by the 20 of Justin Zeidel. They shoot back up the racetrack and they're collecting even more cars. Oh, Anderson at the end. There's a nice 6 up. Oh, 47 Anderson. Your points there flips in turn 3. Caution is out again. Big crash. Zeidel spins Stapleton. And Nichols is back out front in the number 48. Tempers. Stapleton. Done. Contact with Zeidel. Let's see how this happened. They're going to go 3 wides. They come off turn number 2. Zeidel's a huge run to the bottom lane. And he kind of just slides up and he slides right up into the back of the 27 and just hooks him down to the inside wall. Look at this hit. Both of them hard. Stapleton especially. Head on. They come back up. Here comes Price. Nowhere to go. He gets into it. Octavo in the 83. I think he does a good job. There's oh, he got hit at the end there. There's the 96. There's the 41, the 22. And then here comes your points leader. There's the 96 up off the ground. And then right here, the 21 hits the 47 and up and over goes your points leader, Max Anderson. What a crash down the backstretch. Well, let's look at this in real time. Then we have some onboard cameras. All right. That was just, I think, a little over-aggressive by Zaidel unless something happened earlier on in the race that maybe caused that to maybe incur. Right there. Oh, it's just some hard hits and up and over for points leader. He has that onboard camera for being the points leader, but he might not leave as the points leader. Involved in a big crash here. There's Taylor, the 31, who stalled. I think he makes it by. Oh, see, Luigi just made it by. That 42 has not had a great night, but that's definitely some positions for him. He's just trying to get up there in the points inside the top 20. Let's go on board with him. He has that. Oh, he actually got damaged at the end here. I think he's going to be done. I think he may have hit the pit arrows. Oh, just like the 31. Oh, he hit the 31. So Taylor ruining more drivers' races as the 42 slides into him at the end. So that's definitely going to take a lot of drivers out. It's all the cars damaged. Nichols with the race lead here. He'll leads back to the green flag over Pulsar Diego Yepes. 20 left to go restart, but we don't have a lot of drivers left in this race, I have to say. From that crash, the 31, 47, 27, 96, 41, 15, 42, 77, and 32 were out. 21 cars on the racetrack, only 19 on the lead lap, and a ton of them have damage from crashes. Nichols is out front, Yepes is second, Stablio in third, Rowe fourth, Jay Jefferson rounding out the top 5. Restart here, lap number 41. 20 laps to go, green flag. Yepes already looking low as they enter turn number 1. He wants this race lead badly. Nichols does go up the racetrack. Here comes Yepes to the bomb off of 2 and down the backstretch. Yepes, damaged race car in the rear end, it doesn't matter because the car behind him currently has a damaged front end. Stablio to the inside. They're side by side. Both cars with damage. Alexander Rowe trying to go for 2 in a row. He's kept himself in it. He's third. Now to second. 3 wide. Down the back. Johnson contact with the 75 and the 11. Larker still up into the 11. Here comes Eli Bright to the bomb. 3 wide. Try and follow his teammate through. 5 cars break away. And out front, it's that number 10. But he goes way at the racetrack. Stablio almost into the wall. Yepes a big run to get by. And Jay Jefferson to second. And now he's looking to the inside through 3 and 4. Jay Jefferson powers off the corner. 17 laps to go and he leads. Stablio back to second. As the 1 really messed up 3 and 4. The 10 really messed up 1 and 2 last time. But now he gets it back in 1 and 2. Gets back to the race lead. And Isaac Nichols has kept himself in this race all night long. He finds himself second. 16 laps to go. How about the guy who started last? Carter Friesen is still in this. On the lead lap in 12th. Just find Eli Bright and some others right here. How about all 4 Hendrick Motorsports cars? Nichols is up there inside the top 5. Eli Bright, Mac Johnson are inside the top 10. Jeff Bright's inside the top 15. They all have kept their cars in this race running competitively. 4/3 a log jam. Alexander Rowe maybe holding up the 1. The 14 moving to the inside. Jake West has just made up a few positions. He's up inside the top 5 now. He's trying to get back for 3rd right here. As Nichols, down the backstretch, he gets a nose on the 10 of Stablito. Side by side. Coming to 14 laps to go. Isaac Nichols leads the target 400. Stablito going to try and cross over right here in 1 and 2. 48 does slide up a little bit there. 10 hard on the gas off the corner. And down off into turn number 3. He's looking low. Through 3 and 4. James Stablio to the inside of the 48 of Isaac Nichols. These guys could trade the lead for the rest of the race, but 3rd on back, we're trying to close in. Jake West and Yepes are side by side. 13 laps to go, and Stablito is out front. Yepes for 2nd. And there may have been a crash or something. Yeah, yellow's out. Galloway in 3. Joe Gibbs Racing Cars involved in 1 and 2. And Stablio, the yellow, he did not want to see. It's going to be a restart with 12 laps to go. Lap car, Galloway takes out 2 teammates, Zaidel and Danny Lloyd. Let's see how this happened. Well, nothing Galloway could have done here. He blew up some engine issue and he spins in his oil. Right here you can see engine expired right here. And he spins in the oil. Luckily, Alexander Rowe misses him. Larker does... Oh, he nailed the 72. Did Rowe get spun right there? Here comes Lloyd into it. Galloway's teammate. And does Zaidel get damaged as well? I thought I saw Zaidel in it, but he may have just been trying to get by right there. But what a freak accident for Jake Galloway. Just blowing up there at the end of the straightaway. And then and insult to injury, your teammate gets into you. But yeah, nothing Galloway could have done there. It just blew up, and then you don't have time to react there. You're heading off into the corner at full speed, slipping in the oil right there. And how did Rowe fit? Oh, he got a ton of left side damage there. Larker just hard on the gas trying to get by, and Rowe was kind of slower there right there, and Larker just comes and nails him. Eli Bright gets on the brakes and misses at 75, but that's exactly what those drivers need. They were kind of getting separated, but now they're going to be back in it. Up front, Stabolito leads us back to the caution flag. That damaged number 10 car, he's driving that thing. Under 10 to go, restart. Can Stabolito hold on? Can Yepez get up there? Can someone we have not talked about all night win it? 7 laps to go, restart. And we're adding more drivers to the list of retirees. Jake Galloway, that was a valve issue, and Danny Lloyd out. Lloyd, even though he's retired, going to get a top 20 finish. Just shows how wild of a Richmond race that has been. Griffin Lee, the only driver, 1 lap down, so he should be able to keep that 19th position unless he crashes. And Tyler Fink, last currently lap in 18th. We'll see who wins. Stabolito trying to hold on. Yepez in second. West has been flying through the field. Watch for him in third. Nichols is fourth. Jefferson's fifth. Who can get back around with 7 laps to go? Green flag back in the air, and Stabolito gets a monster restart. Watch for the 10 to maybe overdrive this corner, though. He does go up the track. Yepez. Look at West. Look at 3 wide. He couldn't get there. But Yepez is out front. That 14's right behind him. That one goes up the track. Watch for that 14. West down low. Side by side. 6 to go. Jay Jefferson. He's still not out of the thing. Going for second. Larker for third. Mac Johnson up here. Here comes Jefferson in the 78. Looking low. Through 3 and 4. Coming to 5 laps to go. Big lap here. If the yellow comes out, the race is over. And Jefferson leads. Into turn 1. Jefferson clears. Look at Mac Johnson, the 24. We've not talked about him all race. Up inside the top 2 now. We've only got about 4 laps left. Larker to third. Nichols for fourth. 4 laps to go. Can Jay Jefferson hold on? Can Max Johnson get there? Both go up the racetrack. Larker hard. In the gas off a 2. Gets to second. Looking for the lead. 3 to go this time. It's not over yet. Anyone in this pack has a shot. Jefferson leads. Larker is second. Nichols and Johnson, 2 teammates, third and fourth. Stabolito, Yepez, West. Jeff Bright is in it in the 5 car. Coming to 2 to go. Jefferson in the 78 way up the racetrack. Larker clears. He's now out front. 2 laps left, 1.5 miles. But Nichols to the bottom. He's side by side. Dead even. Jay Jefferson back in it, but Stabolito gets to his inside. 3 wide. That's for second. Nichols has pulled away. But can he make it back? They're sliding up behind him. They may crash it. Mac Johnson to second as Nichols takes the white flag. Run the last lap of the target 400. Can Nichols make it back around? He's staying in contention all race. His teammate trying to run him down the backstretch. Through 3 and 4. Can the 48 stay down low? Johnson trying to get there. Nichols powers off the corner. Johnson trying, but Isaac Nichols wins it. What a finish. Isaac Nichols kept in the race all night long, starting second, and he ends up first. His teammate in second, his other teammate in fourth. Hendrick Motorsports, 3 cars inside the top 10, 3 inside the top 5, 4 inside the top 11, with Isaac Nichols winning the race. Let's now go check the finishing results. Here are the finish results. From the Target 400 at Richmond, there were 5 caution flags for 25 laps and 24 lead changes among 14 different drivers. Even though only 60 cars finished on the lead lap, very competitive race. Isaac Nichols ends up winning, leading the most laps at 10. Mac Johnson, his teammate, so close. If he had one more lap and come in that 24 in victory lane, they'll have to settle for a second place finish. Yepez from the pole ends up third. Great night for him. Jeff Bright, 38th. We did not talk about him until the final 5 laps. He ends up fourth. He almost got there at the end. Almost got a 1-2-3 for Hendrick Motorsports. And James Stabolito rounds up the top 5. He was another pretty good, great car. But leading 9 laps just could not stay up there. Steve Larker ends up 6th, Jay Jefferson 7th, Jake West 8th, Alexander 9th, and Carter Friesen rounds up the top 10 starting 42nd. There's your top 20. 16 cars on the lead lap, 19 finished it running. But you talk about Hendrick Motorsports 1, 2, and 4. Eli Bright, one position away from getting Hendrick Motorsports all 4 cars inside the top 10. Hendrick not going away, winning this season at Richmond. They're looking for more wins later this season with their other drivers. All of these guys were out from crashes. We had a lot of crashes, 5 caution flags, some with big contact. Points leader Max Anderson 29th. TJ Henley second in points coming of the day, 40th. Anderson keeps the points lead, but the rest has changed. So now let's go look at the points. Here are the point standings as we leave Richmond. Max Anderson does keep the points lead. The gap is pretty similar to when Hanley was second, but Lee Octavo is now second, 35 points back. Hanley does drop to third, but he's only 52 back, so he's still in a pretty good position. Then you go back 137 back as Steven Taylor in fourth. Hanley has an 85-point gap over Taylor. Those front three are pretty solidly right now in the top 3. They just have to make it to the chase at this point. So Taylor's fourth. His teammate Kukulon is fifth. They have John Gibbon in 6th, Jake Galloway 7th, Nathan Stapleton is 8th, Jeff Bright in 9th, and Taylor Bryan Price rounds out the top 10. So there's your top 20. You talk about RCR. We have not really talked about them this season. Other than Kukulon's 2 wins, he hasn't really done much. He does have 5 top 10s, but it's been quiet top 10s. And Taylor, his win, that's really the only time we've talked about him. Stapleton, he's been consistent. We haven't really talked about him, but all 3 of them right now in the chase. Look down. Friesen has one of the wild cards. He's 11th in points. Alexander with the other wild card. He's 14th in points. But Nichols with this win moves up to 16th in points. He has a shot at the wild card as well. Sadly up inside the top 20. He's 19th in points now after a great Richmond race. How about Eli Bright inching his way closer? 18th. This is one of his best seasons as of late. Best season since season number 3 so far. Don't want to jinx him, but down now 21st to 40th. These drivers still trying to claw their way inside the top 20 in points. Fink still looking for his first top 10 this season. Same with Hamill and some of the others down here. Steve Morgan is just outside. Jefferson. Marshall with that win he definitely needs to get up there. Lloyd, Gardner, Yepez, Luigi, Fink, Joe Jefferson, Max Anderson with the second place finish up inside the top 30. And now the rest down here. So we look ahead to the next race. We go from short track to road course. Longest track we'll go to this season. Road America, the Verizon 400, 4 miles. We'll see you guys then.